Hi there, my name is Josiah. I'm a house supervisor in my primary role at my job. And of the 5 power skills, I feel like there's 3 that I do well and carry well, and there's 2 that I definitely have opportunity to improve. The 3 that I do well are self-awareness, interpersonal communication, and social awareness. The 2 that I have the opportunity to grow in are self-management and executive dysfunction. I have ADHD, and so by diagnosis, I don't have executive function. So I'm the chairperson of a work group for a particular endeavor. And that has been, it's new, and that's been a great opportunity lately for me to grow in planning an organization and creativity, leading the work group in with creativity that I already carry well, and using that to the opportunity to grow in planning an organization, which I'm not good at usually. Self-management is another one that I have the opportunity to grow in, especially resilience and attention to detail. We had a situation where a infant sibling of one of our patients rolled off the stretcher and sustained a head injury. They were left unattended by a parent. Called 911, who responded, were and I was met with a lot of concern and barrier setting by the paramedic of the EMS service. I'm also a paramedic, and so I was able to use resilience and attention to detail to really focus in and lean in on, all right, why do I was initially very abrasive to be receiving the no's from the medic of like, we're not an inter-facility transport service. Like, okay, I understand that. Deep breath, resilience from the stress. Now, let me pay attention to detail. What are the concerns that I can clarify to help this have a happy ending? And it did. The patient was transported and got the care that they needed at the correct facility that was not ours. Things that I do well: self-awareness. We, as house supervisors, respond to campus emergencies, including what we call Behavioral Emergency Response Team, or BERT. Recently had to go to a debrief about one of those responses and received a lot of affirmation from the other multidisciplinary stakeholders in that debrief about the way I was able to communicate, how I behaved and acted and led that scene. The 2 sub skills of self-awareness that I feel like were maxed in that situation were a growth mindset and self-reflection. It was really nice to hear them praise me for my ability to know myself, like the self-awareness. But my intention with that is like a just culture endeavor to for us all to grow, and for the next time that I have to be in this situation, not to have to struggle like that again, please. Thank you. So, given the good feedback in the moment without punitive risk, to say, this is what happened, this is what I did, how can we grow from this? Should I have done something different in the future? What could we do different? So, interpersonal communication is another like top skill that I think that I have. The sub skills of that would be relationship building as well as care and consideration. I have one really close coworker, peer, who I am polarized to. We work very differently from one another, and there was a lot of tension between the 2 of us historically. I've taken the opportunity to build the relationship with her and recognize our strengths and weaknesses, and how we're polarized, and like appreciate that as a strength. So now, because we've taken those opportunities to know one another as well as we can, care and consideration, relationship building, we can lean on each other, and it's one of the best relationships that I have at work, where there's tons of trust built now because we have made the efforts to know each other. Then the very last one that I feel like I do well is social awareness, specifically responsibility to others and appreciation for diversity. We have a stakeholder who identifies as they, them, uses they, them pronouns. I witnessed a situation where my coworker used the wrong pronoun. After that, I noticed that. I took the opportunity to speak to my close peer and get curious and ask them about, did they know that the other person goes by different pronouns, and would they be willing to use them in the future, without the person in question even knowing the conversation happened. So appreciation for diversity of the stakeholder, but then the responsibility to others to actually act on the situation that I noticed. And that went really well, and I've received feedback from that person that they appreciated me bringing it up to them. All right, thank you for listening. It's these ways that I feel like I'm having a positive impact on my workplace by knowing myself and then doing the right thing when I'm able. Thank you.